Shalom. I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, who are the true leaders of Israel today, and the salutations to my Akim, who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai. And the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as we're the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Yakalia from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and this video is about the Mark of the Beast prophecy, which is that microchip. All right, all roads lead to the microchip. Now, there is an article on RT, okay? I'm not even going to go to it, and I have to use a whole lot of code words because you know how they do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm referring to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the rulers of this wicked kingdom today, who are these so-called white people, okay? You know how they do, man. But essentially what the article is saying is that y'all know, okay, or should know, right? You need to keep up to date with news at all times, okay? Because the enemy is coming in hot and heavy, all right? And we know that these Edomites are our enemy as it pertains to the book of Psalms chapter 83. Anyway, the overall article is saying that, you know, that these boosters, okay, for the Dragon's Cocktail, all right, is being pushed right now by Esau, Edom. All right, so it's not just one or two, it's three and potentially 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, potentially it looks like it's just going to be a perpetual thing every 6 months where you're going to have to take the Dragon's Cocktail. Okay, but then over there in Israel, the Dragon's Cocktail is accompanied by these green passes. Now, the way that the green pass works is that essentially, unless you've taken the Dragon's Cocktail, you can't enter these places that are known as green zones. So, of course, you're going to present the green pass to enter whatever it is, restaurants, whatever it is, man, that they have, food places, etc., right? Now they're saying that based off of what's going on, so it's like every 6 months, pre the number, by the way, every 6 months, you're supposed to take the booster for the Dragon's Cocktail, but then the green pass is tied to this. So the green pass expires every 6 months as well, when it is time for you to get that booster for the Dragon's Cocktail. Okay, so if you decide not to take that third shot of the Dragon's Cocktail, your green pass is going to expire, which means that you no longer will have access to those green zones. You see how this devil works? He's coming in hot and heavy, man, and he got all y'all in this trip bag. Okay, and straight up, I'm only talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Listen, there ain't no going back to how things were. This devil is in the midst of his NWO agenda, man, and he's going full speed, as it says in Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil, who's the devil? These Edomites, man. All right, starting with their wicked elite. All right, the tribe of Amalek, okay, which is a chief tribe of Esau, right? Just like how we have the 12 tribes of Israel, Esau has his tribes too, one of them being Amalek, another one being Teman, okay? It's come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So he really is coming in hot and heavy, man. We're hearing about these mandates. I mean, even out here in Jamaica, you know what? I have been faced, all right, by my plantation. They told me Dragon's Cocktail or weekly tests, you know what I'm saying, which isn't affordable or sustainable based off of the cost and then the income, you know what I'm saying? So yo, man, the devil is really coming in, man. Okay, and when you look at the way that this the prophecy, right? The prophecy says in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the dragon's cocktail isn't the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is the microchip, okay? But what we're seeing with this dragon's cocktail and its true purpose is to bring in the system, right? It's essentially saying, unless you have this thing, you won't be able to buy food, you won't be able to conduct business. And that's the same way how the microchip is going to work. Now, when you look at the current narrative going around, you have two ends of the narrative, right? And it appears that, you know, based off of the narrative that's going on, that, you know, the dragon's cocktail isn't you know, it's appearing to be not the right solution with what's going on, right? But then you're also seeing that your privileges and your rights are being taken away from you, right? And, you know, for a lot of people, what has been convincing quite a number of people to take the dragon's cocktail is that they don't want to lose those privileges, because we're hearing that what? Unless you have it, you can't travel, you can't do certain things. People, you know, people that were on the fence or whatever, they're saying, okay, well, they're just gonna do it because they want back these privileges, right? But I mean, it's bad, okay? It's bad, and it's gonna get worse out here. All right, because for now things seem voluntary, even though they're not voluntary. You know what I'm saying, with the mandates coming in. But this thing is all going to reach to a point where it's going to become violent out here. All right. I'll go back to the first precept that I was looking at, Revelation chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, talking about Esau, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So that's the blessing given unto Esau, Edom, the Edomites, man. All right. The rulership of the earth, as it says in Genesis chapter 27, rulership of the earth, and his blessing is the sword, which he has used that sword, and he's getting ready to use it in a very ferocious way. All right. And all roads lead to the microchip. So now we go to Revelation chapter 13, verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak. So, you know, the image of the beast, all right, is actually of that Roman Empire, right? You know, this new, the American Empire is of that image, right? Because even when you just go up a little bit right here in Revelation 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth, which is America, and he had two horns like a lamb, Republican and Democratic. So that's how the Roman Empire was, right? They had two opposing parties, and he spake as a dragon, so draconian measures, which obviously we're seeing draconian measures be put out there right now. Okay, so going back to this, right, to understand the image of the beast. So the image of the beast essentially encompasses the entire system, right? And right now, a part of the image of the beast is this dragon's cocktail, okay? And then it's all going to lead towards the microchip, right? And seeing as that, you can see the narrative that's building where, you know, that this dragon's cocktail isn't seeming like that the right solution. You know, Esau, Edom, they're going to conveniently have the right solution for the inhabitants of this earth, which is going to come in the form of this microchip, man. And that's when he's going to cause it all right, when he makes it mandatory. You see? And cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So it's going to get to the point very soon, man, where they're going to seek to slay individuals, but that's a part of their NWO, right? They only want, 500 million people? Is it 500 million? Yeah, I think that's what it is on the, what is it called? Those stones that they have, they want to reduce the population. So it's good for them, you know what I'm saying? That people are going to deny it because they want, you know, a small portion anyway, right? But these are the days that we're in, man. And this devil got you people in this trick bag, all right? You don't even know what kind of, you know, actually, I'm not even going to say that because, you know, your boy might get strike for this. But, you know, this is just where we're at in prophecy. You know what I'm saying? And it's speeding up. It's moving very quickly, right? the development of these central bank digital currencies as well, which is going to tie in to this Mark of the Beast prophecy. All right, that's being developed. All right. So when it is that they push it, it's all just going to be extremely convenient, right? It's going to be able to help with this worldwide situation going on. You can use it to make payments, all of these kinds of things. This devil really, man, but it's Yahweh Shemishai's story, you know what I'm saying? And this devil is working perfectly. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, it will surely come, it will not tarry. And we at the end, man, the end of the rulership of the Edomites, man. All right, their kingdom is literally collapsing. All right, and that's why this devil knows that he has to come down, and he's going to be coming down with that sword, man. All right, so you're going to have to put all, well, if you believe in Yahweh Shemishai, you're going to have to put all of your faith and trust in Yahweh Shemishai, because soon, man's not going to have a job because they don't, they're not going to comply to the image of the beast. You know what I'm saying? So man's going to be out there and whatever else, but we know that this, whatever situation that we're going to be put into, is only temporary. All right? This is literally just temporary. It's not permanent, and it's not going to last forever. And once it is that they make this microchip mandatory, then it is only a matter of time before Yahushua returns and takes this devil out of rulership, man. But he's going to be coming with great wrath, man. All right, and we're seeing it right now, actually, this great wrath. All right, but he's quite subtle with it. All right, but soon it's going to become in the form of him just using that sword and swinging it all over the place, man. All right, but anyway, once again, that article, you can read it on RT. Just Google it. You'll be able to find it, man. You'll see the moves that this devil is making. All right. With that, I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai Bashim Rakah Kodash. Wa Abad Babal Shalom. Actually, I want to just read verse 4 right here. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, and we shall live by faith, man. All right. So, shalom.